Pick 11, Chicago traded up with the New York Giants in order to acquire Mr. Justin Fields out of Ohio State. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real honest, Easily my favorite pick of the draft. Easily. I mean, Justin Fields is right now probably my favorite quarterback in this draft. Probably. Not necessarily off of just straight skill and talent alone. I do believe he's talented, but it's all the bullshit that he's had to deal with. It's all the fucking media shit that's all I had to deal with. I don't know what the slip was, because I know he was the consensus number 2 for years. Consensus number 2 overall pick behind Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what the hell happened. I straight up don't know. Some people saying it's a color issue, it's a skin issue. I don't know. It's saying it's a mental issue. He doesn't work hard. Listen, I don't fucking know. What I see, from what I've seen, not only did this guy go to Ohio State and outright win the starting job and ball out Ohio State too, mind that. Straight up, if I remember, he was pushing for the season. He was pushing for the season when the Big Ten canceled it. He was the one that won in football. I don't know if some lazy asshole was like, hey, I either can sit on my ass on the couch, eat some Lays, or I can start up, I could play some games and actually, give a damn about my college season. And to me, that that's like the exact opposite of laziness, like the exact opposite of complacency. He could have easily sat, just kept his draft stock probably where it was. But the fact that he played and balled out and then it dropped, I don't know how that makes sense. And it just seems like whenever he's had a chance to, rise to the occasion, he's either, fallen on his ass or he's gotten back up and came back harder. I think he lost his sophomore year or whatever year he lost in the playoffs. But I believe the year after that, he got to the college championship, mind you, and showed up the number 1 overall pick in the game. I just saw the game. It looked like he played better. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But in my eyes, I was like, this dude's got cracked ribs, and he's still out here throwing for 6 touchdowns in the game, something ridiculous. I don't know what the hate is, man. I don't know. The people are saying that his throwing motion's a little off, sure thing. They're saying that he doesn't have the mental makeup. I'm like, I don't know the guy, but this dude seems like he's legit. Like he seems legit. He's a playmaker, man. I saw him at Ohio State. He looked like he made plays. Now you can say all you want about the offense being easy and Ohio State quarterbacks. But I don't know, man. I think this guy's really good. Like, just straight up, I think it was just enough time for him, just being there that we just started having to nitpick and just say what we had to say wrong about Justin Fields. Straight up. Chicago made the move, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, even if Justin Fields sucks ass for the next 5 years, even if he's worse than Mitchell Trubisky on off day, even if, I still like the pick. Because you got to take a shot. You traded up to get a franchise QB. Listen, you swing, you miss, fuck it. But, it's whatever, it's whatever. But I think they made the right pick here. I think they made a very, very, very good pick. Because, I ain't gonna lie, I think this kid's a baller, straight up. I think he should have went top 5. I think he's a baller. The slip, you could say, teams didn't want him. Teams wanted him. Listen, I think 10 teams missed out bad too. I think they missed out bad. Now, in a couple of years, this guy isn't good, then maybe those teams were right. But we have seen a few times here and there where maybe guys aren't the perfect prospect, so they end up slipping, but then they end up balling out in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, even Lamar slipping all the way down. So it's like, I don't know. Even Deshaun slipped a little bit. So it's like, it's not a perfect science for sure, getting these QBs, but I don't know. It just seemed like this guy was just fucking brilliant. He seems like he was really good. easily could start in this league, easily could thrive. So I like the Justin Fields pick. That's probably my favorite pick of the draft. Straight up, my favorite pick in the draft. Chicago Bears, love the pick. Other top 10 teams, yeah, I guess I think you missed out. I think you missed out bad. Straight up, I think you missed out bad. That's just my opinion. And now we go to number 12. I'm going number 12 with Dallas Cowboys. Taking likely their second defensive player that they wanted. Pretty sure they wanted Pat Surtain, but they couldn't get him. So they ended up drafting the linebacker from Penn State, Micah Parsons. All right, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a solid pick. I know he slipped. Micah Parsons slipped a lot for I guess like not really playing the linebacker position like particularly well in any fashion. He's kind of more of the jack of all trades guys. And usually those jack of all trades guys, usually, you know, they have an issue establishing themselves in the league because they don't do anything particularly well. I think that was the concern about Micah Parsons, that he's just raw, and also some character concerns, something like that. But I think the Cowboys, they bounced back decently well. I mean, they didn't get their guy. It's like, all right, let's just get the next best player. And if he ends up being a stud, then that defense is somewhat, decent. It's somewhat solid. You got a nice linebacking core. You got, Trayvon Diggs out of Alabama, just improving and stuff like that. So I think they got a good shot. I think Michael Parsons was it wasn't the pick that they wanted 100%, but I think they bounced back nice. After taking Surtain, they could have just rage quit and just, traded out of the top, 15 and just drafted some no name. They could have screwed it up, and I think they bounced back decently. As far as the player, Micah Parsons, I mean, I know he was a high prospect before the 2021 NFL draft. I know he was, mocked to go like top 5 in a lot of these mocks, but he kind of slipped a little bit. So we'll see what happens. We've seen a few edge rushers slip in this draft. We're going to talk about Jalen Phillips at number 18, but there's a few edge rushers that slipped for particular reasons, but Micah Parsons, man. I mean, I think it's a decent pick, but it's a good bounce back pick. It's a good bounce back pick because if he ends up being good, then it's like, well, they still got a good player and they can improve with the defense. So I like the pick. Number 13, L.A. Chargers. Not even the San Diego Chargers. They are the L.A. Chargers. They say we mean some business. Fuck all that. San Diego shit. We're going L.A., baby. We're going L.A. Chargers. We're going big. We're going home. And we're taking the tackle out of Northwestern, Rashawn Slater. Great pick. Nothing else to say. Nothing else to say but a great pick. I think Rashawn Slater is a great tackle. And you go into the Chargers where they needed line help. And they're getting some line help with Rashawn Slater. Like, that's money right there. Justin Herbert gonna be dapping up Mr. Rashawn Slater the first day he walks in the building. He gonna be like, hey, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a quarterback, you gotta love, improving the line. You gotta love that because it's like the line is everything, man. It's everything for a quarterback. It's everything. Everything for the whole team, really. For the whole team, it's everything. So Rashawn Slater going there, and the fact they didn't have to trade up to get him nothing, he just fell in their laps. That's money. That's straight money. Herbert's gonna ball. Chargers are gonna ball. It's a great pick, Rashawn Slater. He should make them a pretty formidable line, at least a decent one, maybe in their first year, because they did get the center, I think Corey Linsley out of Green Bay. So they're making some moves. They're making some moves. They're trying to get Herbert the line. So I like it. I love the pick. And another pretty good pick, New York Jets at number 14. Trading with Minnesota to take Elijah Vera Tucker, guard out of USC. And this is what we like to see, GMs. This is what we like to see. Protect your young assets and build the line. You build the line, it's like you don't have to worry about half the other nonsense that comes with football once you build the line. Once you have a formidable line, like football to me just seems like it's easier for the entire team. it just seems like everything flows better when you have a good line, and supporting Zach Wilson with a guard and Elijah Vera Tucker, it's just it's just solid, man. What can I say? It's a solid pick. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do, man. In my opinion, that's what you need to do to support these young quarterbacks. Is get them offensive line help in the skill positions. You can go a little cheaper on that because, I mean, these NFL, man. A lot of these guys are really, really, really good, but linemen, top tier linemen will just take you over the top. So, love to pick, and Elijah, big Elijah Vera Tucker. Now we're going to 15. The New England Patriots, they did end up snagging that quarterback out of Alabama, Mac Jones. It was a little mystery where Mac Jones would go. Is he going top 3? Is he going, top 5? Is he going, to Denver maybe? Where's this guy going? It was a question. Where is this guy going? And they figured it out. New England got their guy, Mac Jones. Now, I do think Mac Jones is a solid quarterback. I think he's solid. He showed a lot of good traits at Alabama. Consistent pocket passer. Just consistent. That's consistency is what you like to see out of the quarterback position. But I think New England is low key a tough place to play. I think they have a lot of good coaching there especially on the defensive side of the ball specifically. But I don't know, for quarterbacks, I don't necessarily think it's the easiest place to play. I mean, Tom Brady saw a lot of success. But they're not necessarily offensive minded team. Bill Belichick is not necessarily, he's not an offensive coordinator. He's not an offensive guy. He coaches up the defense. And, the skill positions compared to the NFL for New England is, usually subpar. That's usually how it is, just subpar. And there are some years when they have, a Randy Moss, they have that top end Brandon Cooks, just top end talent. But usually it's, 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks, undrafted free agents at the skill positions. So for Brady, who's been used to that, it's all right, whatever. It's just money. Give me whoever else to ball out. For Mac Jones, who's coming from Alabama, I don't know, man. That's kind of tough because dude was throwing to first round picks after first round pick after first round pick after track team member. He was just diamond all these just superstars, just all these superstars. And he's going to New England where it's they don't have that necessarily that superstar level talent on the outside, receiver or whatever. They end up snagging 2 tight ends in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. But man, I don't know. It can really be tough. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's a bad pick or anything. I'm just saying it's tough sledding for Mac early on because they want to see who's the next. They want to see the next Brady. Brady's gone out here winning chips. Saying fuck you to Bill, he's winning chips, man. He's living his best life in Tampa Bay. New England's getting a little salty about that. They want a little taste of that Lombardi again. They want just a little taste, a little sample. Are they going to get anytime soon? That remains to be seen. I don't know, but Mac Jones to 15, it's a solid pick. It's just I think it's going to be really tough for him. That's all. It's similar to Trevor Lawrence. In that he's going from a team where it's really, really good in college to a team that's really, really, not good or average in the NFL. He's not going to be playing with the best of the best talent. So, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. It'll be super tough for Mac Jones.